Hi, my name is Dimitri, and welcome to my YouTube channel for the love of golf. Well, in this crazy time of a global pandemic, we've been put through a lot of things, social distancing, lockdowns, quarantines, and unfortunately, we've even had to endure the closures of our beloved golf courses.
Our current global situation, unfortunately, has forced us off the courses and to find ways to practice in our homes, our living rooms, our garages, our backyards, and gardens. In many cases, we are fortunate enough to have a golf hitting mat and a driving net at our disposal. And in other cases, because they were caught by surprise, by a lockdown, out of desperation, some folks have fashioned hitting mats out of kitchen and bathroom mats. They've even, in some cases, sacrificed the welcome mat to the front door of their home. They're creating chipping targets out of laundry baskets and fashioning driving nets out of draped blankets over the laundry line. And every one of those is a fabulous solution brought on by an unfortunate situation. But with no sim golf, I'm just trying to give the rest of us a fun alternative to just hitting ball after ball after ball, working on our technique. Then, for those who have enough space or a flexible budget, we've been able to use this time to create a space where we can go beyond normal practice and get our game on. For some, getting their game on away from the golf course means using a golf simulator. I'm not speaking of a ball tracker, which can be used almost anywhere, but an on-screen simulator. But with the basic simulator, you're only on a digital driving range. If that's the case, you might as well be hitting golf balls full swing into a blanket across the laundry line. Then, of course, you can buy a yearly subscription so that you can play game improvement software, even courses from around the world. Now we're talking, right? Very nice, but it's still a simulator. Now, with a monthly subscription. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not in any way sandbagging on simulators. They're great. Do I believe that a golfer would benefit from using one? Absolutely. Do I think that everyone has a place for one or can afford one? Unfortunately not. Still, they're cool. I think they're really cool. If you already have some sort of a net and a mat, then you can get started on a simulator for under $1,000 and take it up to around $2,000, give or take a couple $100. Or, if you've got a deep enough pocket, it can go up to nearly 10 times as much. Alright, well, enough of this seriousness. Let me show you how to play no sim golf. All you need is some sort of a driving net, a hitting mat, maybe a target for chipping, of course your clubs, and a surface for putting. Ideally, you will also want to know the average yardage distance of your clubs, including rollout of your driver, your hybrid, and your irons. And a set of dice. Math Dice Jr. If you're not under a total lockdown, you should be able to find them at any store that carries games. Otherwise, you can get them directly from thinkfun.com.
Alright, so let me tell you about the dice used to play No Sim Golf. First off, this white 12-sided dice, I can't think of any reason to use it. If you can, great. Otherwise, just get rid of it. Okay, so your primary dice that you're going to use throughout the game are the green, red, and the orange. These two will come into play a little bit later. Alright, so you're going to roll these 3 dice together. The green is a 6-sided dice with 6 numbers, and it's going to determine your yardage, if you're minus or plus yardage, based on your average distance, including rollout for each individual club. The red one's going to determine if you're in the fairway or you need to defer to the orange dice, and the orange dice, well, we can just call that one the Punisher. So the green is a 6-sided, as I said, it's a 6-sided dice. 1 is minus 5, 2 is minus 10 yards, and 3 is minus 15. 4 is plus 5, 5 is plus 10, and 6 is plus 15 yards to the average distance of your club, including rollout. Alright, then you'll look at the red dice, and the red dice will tell you if you're in the fairway or if you need to defer to the orange dice. Now, if you roll a 3 on the red dice, then you defer to the orange dice. 1 is out of bounds or a water hazard. 2 is a slice, we know which direction that goes. 5 is a hook, we know which direction that goes. The 3 is right rough. The 4 is left rough. And the 6 is a bunker shot. And you've got yourself a fried egg. You're spending some time on the beach.
This is the lavender dice, a 6-sided, 6-numbered dice. And you roll this dice when you are pitching or chipping. If you roll a 1 or a 6, you're on the green. If you roll a 3, you are short. If you roll a 4, you're long. If you roll a 5, you're off to the right. And if you roll a 2, you're off to the left.
Okay, so this is the purple dice, and the purple dice is used for putting. It is 6-sided with 3 numbers twice. So when you're ready to putt, you'll roll this dice to determine where you're putting from and to where you're putting to, as you'll see in the putting portion of the demo. Alright, so you could take the dice in your hand and roll them free-handed. You'll probably look like you're in an alley somewhere playing some sort of dice game.
Come on, baby, daddy needs a new putter. Yeah, plus 10 yards and in the fairway.
Or you can use a cup. Here in the States, we have a game called Liar's Dice that they play at a bar, and the dice are kept in a cup.
All right, fairway finder, baby, let's go. Minus 5 and out of bounds. Damn. Okay, so there's a couple of ways to play and keep score with No Sim Golf. So you can use a scorecard from a club that you've played previously, or you can use one of the many apps that are out there. I have found that I prefer to use the app 18 Birdies. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'm playing my local course, Foxtail. I'm playing the North Course, first hole, par 5, 500 yards from the white tees. All right, here we go. All right, well, I got 5 extra yards, so 205 yards, and the dice say that I'm in the fairway, so the orange dice does not come into play. All right, here, let me show you how that looks. So I took the liberty of writing on the dice, so it's a little easier. But the green dice says that I went 5 extra yards, the red dice says I'm in the fairway, and the orange dice does not come into play because I made it in the fairway. Okay, so I went 205 yards, so that leaves me 295 out from the green. So I'll take my hybrid 3 and smash it out there and see what I can do. All right, I got an extra 15 yards out of that, and I kept it in the fairway, which again means that the orange dice does not come into play. All right, so there you see on the green, I got an extra 15 yards. The red one says that I'm in the fairway. Good thing, because I didn't want to be out of bounds or possibly in a water hazard. Okay, so I smashed that last shot with my hybrid 3, 205 yards with rollout. So I've got 90 yards to the pin on the green. I'm going to go with my 45-degree pitching wedge, which I shoot about 100 yards, and we'll see how this plays out. I'm very happy with that. That's minus 15, so puts me 85 yards, just 5 yards from the pin on the green. So hopefully I can one putt that.
Okay, so I'm ready to putt, and that's where the little purple dice comes in. So it has 3 numbers on it twice. So if I get a 1, it'll be the hole in the center, a 2, the hole on the left, a 3, the hole on the right. So I'm going to roll the dice and see what I have to do. I rolled a 1. Gotta love that backspin on a putt for a birdie, no doubt. Well, anyway, that's an example of how to play no sim golf.
All right, so just something I'd like to remind you of when you are playing no sim golf. As far as you're concerned, you're out playing around a golf. So don't pass up on those practice swings before you step up to the ball and set up for your swing. All right. Well, if you like No Sim Golf, do me a favor, press that like button, and tell a friend, share it with a friend. You know, who's to say that you guys can't play around a golf with each other from hundreds of miles away, even across the pond? Hey, who knows? Anyway, you know, I really don't know where I'm going to go with this channel. I started it so I could post this video. I'm just less than 2 years from retirement from my job. For the record, I'm an essential worker, so I'm going to work every day and all this COVID craziness. But I may do something with this thing in my retirement. We'll see. I got some ideas. Anyway, like the video. Hey, subscribe if you want. You never know what I might post. And just be safe out there. All right. Take care now. So I'm actually going to go with my 45-degree
All right, well, I played a really good hole, and I didn't have to chip because I hit right onto the green in regulation with my third shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of how to use the lavender dice if you have to pitch or chip. I don't usually do that. Now it really doesn't matter where the ball actually ended up in your yard. Kind of matters what this dice here tells you. So let's give it a roll and find out. Well, I rolled a 4, which means that I went long, so I would have gone over the green, and I would be taking another shot and rolling the dice again. And if I didn't make it onto the green, I would take one more shot, and hopefully by then that next roll would have me on the green. I think at that point, regardless, you can just call that maximum shots and go to your putting game.